Hi, I'm Mike Edelhart, the CEO of the Tomorrow Project, producers of Pivot Conference, and I'm here at Pivot to talk about Intel's remarkable ambassador program and the dynamic signal platform that powers it. And so, why don't each of you, starting at the far end, coming toward me, introduce yourselves, and then we can talk.
Great, thanks Mike. We're really excited to be here today. My name is Ajay Ramachandran. I am the Chief Marketing and Product Officer at Dynamic Signal.
And I'm Sabrina Stafford. I'm the Director of Intel Ambassadors.
I'm Mike Bruni, and I am an Intel Ambassador.
So Sabrina, we've talked a bit over the past few weeks, and you're going to be talking upstairs at Pivot in a little while about Intel's Ambassador program, which is focused on employees and has had really extraordinary impacts both in marketing and HR in the company. So to kick us off, tell us a little bit more about the program and how long it's been going and where you are in its development.
Yeah, so we really saw an opportunity to really forge alliances between HR and marketing, and saw an opportunity to really give our employees a platform to advocate for our brand and really to be the authentic voice behind our brand story. And I think we've launched a year and a half ago. We have 307 ambassadors globally.
That's terrific. And so you're one of the Intel ambassadors, which means I guess you're an Intel employee.
Yes, sir.
And so what does it mean to you to be an Intel ambassador? What is it, what's the impact been for you? What kinds of things have you been doing, and what sort of feedback have you gotten?
Well, the impact or the opportunity has been able to share what Intel is really about. It's being able to take what our technology actually does and bring it back to the people who actually touches the technology. I work in manufacturing, so it gives me an opportunity to give people that hope and understanding of, hey, here's how your hard work actually impacts lives in the real world.
Got it. And so my sense is that you've sort of just been coming out of, sort of the first stage of this, got some of the proof points done, and now you're going to take it much larger. Is that right? And where does that fit?
Yeah, absolutely. So at Intel, we have 106,000 employees, and I want every single one of them to be brand advocates. And Dynamic Signal actually has really helped us come up with a strategy on how to scale. So, starting with 307 ambassadors is big, and it's a great start, but we were limited without the employee advocacy platform to really be able to scale to a broader audience.
So let's talk a little bit more about that, Ajay. So just what is it that you guys are bringing to the table that got Sabrina's attention, and how are you making it possible for her to turn 110,000 people into advocates for the company?
Well, we've created a platform at Dynamic Signal that helps brands like Intel scale and accelerate their employee ambassador programs, and we do that through a couple of technology tactics, if you will. So we enable the brand first to manage the relationship with the ambassador and create and foster that relationship. We enable the brands to curate and put content into the hands of ambassadors so they know what's brand safe and can share and amplify that content through their personal social channels, through their personal social networks, and reach customers in their own authentic voices. And I think that's a big part of why brands are successful on our platform, because they're really harnessing the power of their employees and their social reach, but also their authentic voices to share and tell the brand story.
Got it.
And that's something that we've heard Sabrina talk a lot about. And one of my favorite things that you've said is that, I'm going to let you say it, but it's about how extemporaneously. It's your point about who launches products at Intel, and it's one of my favorite things that you said.
Yeah, so I think what I shared with you and also Mike is that really we don't launch products, our people launch the products. So it really comes from our employees.
And I just want to dig in on that a little bit, because it's an incredible phrase, but it sounds like one of those phrases that's a little bit too cute to be true. And when we explored it, it's actually true. You actually literally launched some products where the marketing was the power of the word of mouth of the employees in the program, right?
Exactly. We started with our tablets, which we were new to the tablet market, and we thought, we could do it a traditional way, or we could do it unconventionally and really unexpected, and to give our ambassadors access to the technology and have them authentically talk about how this technology is impacting their lives. So they do it through a very personal, meaningful way directly to the consumer.
It's extraordinary. And I think one of the other things you said to me when we were talking earlier is that with 110,000 ambassadors, with the power of 110,000 employees all yoked together, you thought you could actually change the world.
We can. And we're just at the beginning of our journey, so it's quite exciting.
So let's talk a little bit about that journey and where Dynamic Signal fits in it. So when we talked originally, and Ajay, when you and I talked about this, the mobile platform and the ability to do specific app type things was really important to you in getting this to the ambassadors, sort of where they live and work. And what was it about that was so important?
Yeah, so one of the things, we selected these ambassadors because they're passionate about our brand, they're passionate about our company, and they want to advocate for us. But they came to me and they said, Sabrina, you've got to make it easy for us. You have to deliver the content in a way that's going to be really easy for us to share it. And when we launched the program, this is a journey for us. So it was an opportunity to really experiment and to try things. And one of the things that we realized is we had to really listen to what our ambassadors and how our ambassadors wanted to receive the content.
So I'm not sure if you've had a chance, because this is all so new in the company, to actually play with this platform or not, but it sounds like for guys in manufacturing and all, this is really important because they're out there working and not actually staring at computer screens all day.
Right. So both the mobile aspect of it, which I didn't play with, but just the website itself, just having that access to the information and making it very easy for me to connect all of my social platforms, my YouTubes, my Twitter, Facebook, and just hitting a button. A message is already there for me to send out if I so choose, or I can alter it a little bit. And that's what it's about. It's the ease of having the content there and being able to share it and go on with what I was doing.
And as I understood, Sabrina, in our conversations, that the platform that you guys bring forward actually allows the Intel ambassadors to do what they would do normally and tweet or whatever feels most comfortable for them, and you capture it and
Sure.
get it into the platform so everybody knows about it and can share. Talk about that a little bit more. How does that work?
Sure. Well, one of the facets of the Dynamic Signal platform is that we're enabling brands to capture all of the relevant conversations and content that their social employees are producing. And so all of that content comes into our platform, and then it's available to the brand managers, the communication managers, the Intel ambassadors to actually curate and manage and share with fellow employees. And so by curating that content, all of the employees that are participating know that the content's brand safe, that it's been vetted, it's approved, so they can share and amplify that without any concern or any worry. And that's an important aspect of what we do. We also realized that we had to make it tacit and incredibly easy for employees to participate. And to Mike's point, if you're on the manufacturing floor, it has to be convenient, because you can't really ask that person who has a job and has an important function to fulfill every day to step away and step outside of that role to go off and do something that takes a lot of time and energy away from the job that they're there to do. So our mobile capabilities really push and deliver those great pieces of content out to employees so they can see it instantly on their mobile phones. They can swipe and share and participate without a lot of work, and that's a big part of it.
Ajay, if I could just add on to that, one of the other things that I think is exceptional about the employee advocacy platform is that we can curate content based on an employee's passion points. So it's not like all the content goes to all the employees. Different people at Intel are passionate about different things. Maybe it's our technology innovation, maybe it's our social innovation, and we can curate the content and send them exactly the kind of content that they would love to advocate about.
So this is all about people power. So maybe it's natural and best if we end with you, Mike. So what has this meant for you as a person and as an employee? Has it changed your attitudes at all? Has it surprised the people around you? Has it surprised you? What have you found from this program?
Well, I found that it definitely did change my attitude. I was in a position where I'm working every day, and I started asking the question of how am I connected to the true Intel brand? And then it's when we came up with the ambassador program that I saw a way that I could actually impact the mission of trying to have our technology connect and touch so many lives, every life within the world. So that's what it's kind of allowed me to do, is really be connected to what's really going on. So almost like a reason for what you're working for, the meaning. behind it.
That's
So,
really terrific. It must be
Yeah.
fun to wake up every morning and work on something that has the potential to change the world.
It does. It does. It's a great experience, and we're thrilled to have Intel as a customer, really pioneering and leading the way and helping other brands kind of see the potential of their employees and really embrace that potential. That's what's most exciting.
Terrific. I'd like to thank you all. This is one of those stories I think that points the way to where a lot of companies are going. Congratulations to you for a great program,
Thank
great
you.
platform, and it's great to meet you and
Likewise.
hear about your role as an ambassador. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.